This is Ashley.
And Cindy.
This is Life for Dummies.
Because we're real dumb.
Yeah. What are we talking about today?
I think we should talk about the fact that what other people think of me is none of my business.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I used to be so concerned about what everyone thought of me. It literally occupied so many people rented space in my head. That's what I like to call it. They rented so much space in my head and so much time. So concerned about what this person thought, what that person thought. Like, it was just exhausting and overwhelming all the time. And I've come to find out that, like, it's really none of my business what other people think of me. And it really doesn't matter. And if it's determining how I feel about myself and how I view myself, then there's a deeper issue.
Yeah, I love that, renting space in your head. You know, it's like an apartment complex and everybody's like... You got like the crazy bat lady over in the corner, you know, and like the cats running around. The dirty laundry like everywhere. Anyway, renting space in my head, man. Like, you know, we've talked about this on one of the episodes before, but honestly, like, keeping a sane and peaceful state of mind is the goal. And so if we let other people and what they are projecting, you know, like their feelings or their negativity or whatever chaos they got going on for the day, if we let that in, then it's going to cause us too much stress as well.
That's a good point. And listen, I don't want a life full of stress. I just don't. So we talk about keeping it really simple here, right? So the simplest thing for me to do is take the focus off of all of that. You know, like, are you okay with yourself today, Cindy? Like, how are you behaving today? Because what others think, it doesn't matter. And if I'm allowing that to determine how I feel, then I know that once again, I'm starting to suffer from low self-worth and low self-esteem, because that's how I was when I suffered from those things. Everyone else's opinion of me determined how I felt about myself. And here's the other part, right? I'm not a mind reader. So, like, here I don't really know what you think unless you are so inclined to tell me. And then, like, you know what? That's just your opinion. And, like, if I let your opinion of me affect me, then I'm worse off than I thought.
Nice. I love that. Worse off than I thought. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. Like, the reality is that what other people, as she said, think about you is none of your business. And we don't have to let what they dictate impact our world or our reality. You know, let's talk about purpose for a second. Like, your purpose in life has everything to do with you and your higher power, right? It has nothing to do with what other people think about you or what other people are trying to control you into becoming. My biggest problem in life when I was a young adult and I guess kind of working out what I was going to be when I grow up, my biggest problem was that I thought I had to do it the way everybody else told me. Like, you have to act a certain way, you have to look a certain way, the vibe has to be so and so, you have to dress a certain way, and that was all kind of like corporate, and it was just a little stuffy. And to be honest, that was like the opposite of who I am right now, who I am today, and I'm more walking into my purpose and my destiny in life now than I was back then. Back then, I was doing nothing but living a lie.
And that's hard to come to terms with, right? Like, I was doing the same thing. I was just miserable, and I was living this life where I was not happy. I was not even content. Like, I was just miserable. And so, wow, to get to the point where I'm at today and where Ashley and I are both at today, we had to accept this new way of life that we talk about, where we had to change not just one thing, but we had to change everything, change my perception or perspective, change my life, change the way I respond and react to things, and realize that, like, what I think about myself and how I feel about myself is more important than how anyone else feels about me. When I take that power back, because that's what it is, I'm taking my power back, it's a game changer.
Yeah, and like we are all destined for greatness, right? Like we all are beautiful. And if we let anyone else hold us back from accomplishing it, if anyone is having the most disservice done to them, it's us. You know, like this is our life. What are we going to do with it?
Yeah, so, I talk about it often. All I try to do is be better today than I was yesterday. And for me, that just keeps a realistic view on my importance to self, to others, and, within the whole world, like you just got to do better today than you did yesterday, kid. That's it, and just stop with all the pressure, right? Stop with all the stress. Stop worrying about what this one thinks or that one thinks. Like, it's not necessary and it's not helpful.
Be kind to yourself. Like when I was in high school, I used to pride myself because being a Navy brat, I moved around a lot. And when I was in middle school, I was pretty bullied, like big time. And I don't want to compare because I know that kids in school today have even worse bullying than I could ever even imagine because they've got the internet, they have something called cyber bullying. And anyway, they can't just go home and check out from it all, right? Like I was able to. It's kind of constantly there, always on the edge of their fingertips on their phones. That aside, I was severely bullied when I was in 8th grade. Really, like I was eating my bathroom. What did I just?
You were eating your bathroom.
That sounds like so super disgusting. I was eating my lunch in the bathroom. Like I was having to sit on the toilet stall, like with my lunch because I was too afraid to walk into the cafeteria because the entire school was bullying me. I was the new kid and the popular kids had spread some kind of rumor around about me. Anyway, and so I just remember like when I got to high school and I guess started getting on like the quote unquote cool side of things. It was a brand new high school, brand new people. I kind of had a clean slate, different town, and I just remember fighting for the people who were being picked on, who were being bullied. It's just hard enough. And so like go easy on ourselves. Like today as an adult, it's not very different from high school, right? Like we're all still just people trying to do our best here in the world. So if I can go easy on myself today and reach out a helping hand and help you go easy on yourself, like that makes the world a better place, man.
Absolutely. And we just have to remember that we're all imperfect people doing the best we can with what we have. And some of us have more tools than others. And that's just the sheer fact of the matter. Like some of us just have more tools and we have the ability to use these tools more easily and they're more readily available because of the people we surround ourselves with. So if you feel like someone is not being kind, like instead of retaliating, maybe, reach out a helping hand. Like, are you okay? Is there something I can help you with? Because that doesn't seem like you. Something must be going on. And you will be surprised, like the response most of the time. Yeah, that's backfired in my face sometimes, but 9 times out of 10, like the person that I've said that to is like very overwhelmed and like, wow, thank you for asking if I was okay. Kindness goes a long way.
Be kind to yourself, most of all.
Exactly. Be kind to yourself. And if you're kind to yourself, you do find it easier to be kind to others too. It's just one of those things where if you can love yourself, you're more able to love others. When I couldn't love myself, I couldn't love anyone else either. I was in no way, shape, or form able to do anything for anyone else when I couldn't help myself.
Right. And today I have the willingness. Like when I first started this way of life, I was pretty closed off. I felt isolated, alone. I was always judging myself, and therefore I judged others as well. And today, like, I have the willingness not only to change, but to go easy on myself. And it allows for more of an openness in my life to accept others, right? To accept the other person and kind of give them a space where they can recover.
Absolutely. And that's all part of, like, if I am so concerned about what everyone else thinks of me, I can't give myself time to do these things that are healthy and helpful, where I can heal, the wounds of my past and be able to become the person that, my higher power intended me to be. Like, this is a beautiful journey that I have been able to experience, sometimes very painful, sometimes messy, like we've talked about. But I would not change one tiny bit of it because I am better able to help others, Like, don't feel sorry for me because of what happened. Like, you know what? Let's celebrate that and let's help others with their experience, strength, and hope.
Yeah, we're here to support you and get through, these tough seasons in your life. And like Cindy said, the more free we become, the more we're able to provide space for others to feel welcome and feel safe, protected, and feel loved. And that's really when the change starts to happen. They say, let us love you until you can love yourself. So that's what we say to you. Like, let us love you until you can love yourself.
So comfortable